You keep receiving those messages. You probably
Welcome back, everybody, to Facetious. This is episode 32. Today, we're going to discuss Comic-Con 2016, a lot about life, and I guess a lot about cultural divide. All that and more on episode 32 of Facetious. All right, so welcome, everybody. I'm Larry, a.k.a. Bluemanrule. This is Facetious number 32. It is recorded on Saturday, July 23rd, 2016, at exactly 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am extremely happy to be joined by my dude, my main Damien from the East Coast. It is none other than Mike, a.k.a. Scarfinger, a.k.a. Real Talk. What's up?
What was that?
I don't know, man. I was going to take it up, and then I thought about it, and then I held on it. So, Real Talk. There we go. There it is. It is.
Okay, what's up, niggas? It's your boy. Fresh off a really stressful week.
Right.
But I'm here.
Right. So what's that shirt game looking like today, dog? You got anything special?
It says Black Ops, but it's a Rockaware shirt, and it says Black Ops, and then at the bottom it says all black and everything.
Okay. I get it.
But I don't think it had to do with the game, though.
Right. I mean, clearly. I mean, first of all, it says Black Ops and it's in blue. I mean, just call it what it is.
It's black and blue.
Right.
It's like black and blue fatigues. Damn it.
Right. Nothing wrong with that. So that's what's up, man. I am sporting a Pack South shirt, Song of the Deep, which I believe, I can't remember the name of the studio, but they're generally a PlayStation only studio, and it's their latest game. I want to say it's Insomniac. I think it's Insomniac. Song of the Deep developer, and I want to say it's Insomniac, but it's Insomniac. So it's their latest game. Outside of the
is that the VR one?
No. Song of the Deep is like you're under the ocean and you're floating around as like this little playable character, and he can do certain things. He has a little light on it, he has a little hook and things like that. So it's real different from what they've done before.
It's Insomniac and it's another multi-platform now. Okay.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm glad you brought that up, because I am going to link folks to this thing here, because they're going to need to know what it is we're talking about. So see the show notes if you're interested in trying to get a link to that particular game, Song of the Deep, by Insomniac Games. But yeah, man. Oh, man. Mike, it's been a hell of a week, man. My week ain't been nothing like yours, but still been a hell of a week.
Man, I've been moving all week, man. Movers came. They were 2.5 hours late. It just wasn't a win. And then I ended up having to rent a truck the next day and move a bunch of the boxes and stuff myself. And it's just been stressful. And then and on top of that, like the emotions and stuff of having to pack up the place that you lived for 5 years and 5 years worth of stuff that you got to figure out what to do with. So it's been like that. And then knowing that once I left on yesterday, I can't go back. I can't even visit my girlfriend because she kept the place.
Right. So she always just gonna have to come by your crib.
Yeah, she can come see me here. I'm staying with my cuz right now.
Right.
Yeah, my cuz got a really nice house, so that's awesome.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Well, I'm happy you got out there and you got on your feet. You know, you at least got a place to be. Got a place to keep everything, moving, keep everything going. Yeah, man. So, yeah, we've just been but yeah, like I said, my week has not been as crazy as yours, man. I've been at work having debates with people, man, about everything from economics. Like, we're sitting up here literally talking marginal price differences at work, which I think is different, right? Because getting a business degree is unique, because you really can't. You generally in the world at large, you don't talk about the same things that you talked about in business school. So it was kind of refreshing actually doing that for a couple of days, and it's just real.
Unless you know how to flip it, because your boy Bomani basically flipped his economics degree into sports.
Right.
It does a lot of using the principles of economics in discussions of sports.
Right. Which is the whole reason I really started podcasting, because I want to use like the principles of like marketing and understand the business strategy and things like that when we talked about these games. But clearly it's it's not something that people really want to hear. So I do what I can to apply it stuff, but it's fun though, because I was talking to another dude who had an MBA, another dude who had a master's in economics, and these are two other black people. I sit right next to him, my cube, and it was fun, man. Sitting there going back.
So you run the brothers?
Yeah, man, it's good. It's good. It's real good. It's real good, and funny too, man. Funny. It's crazy. So I quite enjoy it. The job is quite good. I'm still just chilling. Waiting on things, but it is what it is, man. So chilling. Martin Lord, that stand-up is hilarious, man. I don't know how many people.
Yeah, you so crazy is like the best.
Yeah,
oh shit! I hit the microphone. I didn't mean to do that.
It's so dumb, especially what he's talking about in that particular scene right there. Ridiculous, right. Dude. It's ridiculous. I absolutely love it. So Mike, you remember last week we talked about what is the fastest you've ever checked out of an experience, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you what the fastest it is I checked out of an experience. That would have came today. And
really?
Yeah, man. So, and if everybody's wondering where the show is at, the feed is out there. We only have a few things, but it's not on iTunes just yet. You actually have to go to OFR to get the feed for right now. The reason it's not on iTunes is because I've still had issues with more people and this Fiverr.com thing. So this is my third time going to Fiverr. Well, this was my second encounter. Oh, nope, my third one on Fiverr, right? So today, this guy hit me up because I hit him up in April and was like, "Hey man, I really need somebody to, I put out a bid. I put out a request for work, pretty much just a proposal saying, hey, I need this type of work done. People take a look at it who do this type of work, and you just have to make sure you tag it properly. And then they hit you back and say, hey, okay, what can you do?" And we were just talking back and forth, and me and this guy, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I can get this for you." It's a pretty decent package. It was going to be like about $30, right, to get what we needed, right? A banner for the YouTube and some artwork with, with our logo, our customized logo and stuff. Well,
I see you, Chase.
Yeah. Is Chase up in there? What up, Chase? What's going on, man? Thanks for dropping.
He actually spoke of himself in the third person. He said Chase is in the building.
Oh, did he really? So what I did, we were almost there. We were almost locked in, and guess what, Scar? You would not believe what's happening. So let me go ahead and read a little bit of the interaction for you. And so we were talking back and forth, and we pretty much had it done. And he offered me a package, and I was like, well, hold on though, but your package online actually gives me more for less money. And he was like, oh, so you want to take that package? Okay, that's fine, then take it. And he was cool, and I was like, okay, cool. And he said, here's your custom offer. So I looked at it and everything. And but before that, when he said it's the 30, I had to glance at it again. He said, okay, boy, you want...
Boy.
See?
like nothing you have to say after the boy.
Was applicable.
Yeah, nothing is going to happen now. After you call me boy, like we went from business to now. This is you just got real personal right there, player.
Right, and here's the thing. Let me make the disclaimer now. Right, let me go ahead and make the disclaimer. So the guy, so I'll go ahead and read the conversation. So he was actually, profusely apologetic when I told him. So after he said, okay, this budget is for you, right? And so we talk about it. And then I saw, here was my response, Mike. I said, you do understand using the term boy to refer to an African-American like myself is very disrespectful and culturally taboo, right? Thanks, but no thanks. I'll find someone else. That was my immediate reaction. Now, granted, a lot of people are saying, well, how does he know what you look like? Yeah, that's true. I don't have my picture on Fiverr, but he asked me what, he wanted to get the vibe for what we were doing, right? And really, a lot of graphic artists do this, I found, on period, just in general. They want to know the type of product you're creating so they know what type of vibe to give whatever image they're giving, right? So I gave him the actual site to the playlist on YouTube. I gave him the link and I said, go here. So clearly he had access to see what I look like, right? But he said he didn't know about his culture. He said that, he was Asian and that he calls his friend boy, and it's just something that he does. And I understand that. And I told him, apology accepted, man. But, we just can't do business together.
I mean, even if you Asian, like that's not how you conduct business. Like even if like the cultural thing didn't matter in this situation, right? The business aspect of this is business, though. Like I need you to be professional. I'm coming at you to get some professional work done, and if you want me to treat your what you're offering me as a professional product, I need you to address it in a professional manner.
Right. So, I told him, thanks for your expeditious response and have a blessed day. And that was it. And, he was still trying to win the business after that a little bit. And then I just didn't respond. But again, and in his profile, he said he speaks English and Spanish fluently. And I know exactly. But I know that a lot of times, if English is not his primary language, learning the idioms and all of the things in a secondary language is really hard. And not like for me, it'd be hard for me to understand a particular racial slur in a different language just because they don't teach that formally, right? You're not going to pick that up in class. You're not going to pick that up on a test, but you only pick that up hanging around your people, right? So you're not going to pick that up at many given points. And as I said, I'm not mad at him. And it just arose, the whole situation arose from a point of ignorance. You know what I mean? He just didn't know. Mm-hmm. And, a lot of people view ignorance as a negative thing, but it's really not. It's simply the fact of not knowing. I fully admit I know that I'm ignorant of a lot of things, but it is absolutely true that I am ignorant of things I am completely unaware of as well. So, and like the known unknowns and the unknown unknowns, right? I know what I don't know, but there's also stuff that I'm not even aware of that I don't know. And unfortunately, like this just got in the way, so I went ahead and paid a little more to deal with someone who, and this guy actually had he had 100% rating. So he was good. Right. And then I went ahead and dealt with someone else who was okay as well. So hopefully we'll get something here.
No, here's my problem. Here's my problem with the whole thing.
Right.
Nigga, I'm on Fiverr. Ain't it supposed to cost $5?
That's what I said. But it starts at $5. That's the whole thing with Fiverr. Now it starts at $5, right? You get something at $5, but they ain't gonna give you the best something at $5, right? You don't get it. You don't get unlimited revisions. You don't get all of the stuff that you need. The source file, the vector file that when you change the resolution of the image, that the clarity stays the same. You don't get those, right? So I just went ahead and paid a little more. And hopefully we'll have something that's very usable here very soon, because the turnaround time on the one that I ordered is actually by Wednesday, I think. So hopefully
if it ain't on Wednesday, then we get to call him boy.
I don't even want to do it. I can't even do it, man. But yeah, man. So I mean, I told my wife. Awaken Heathen said professional combos don't say dude, bro, or the like, even if it didn't have racial connotations. Yeah. Exactly. If we're doing professional work, I expect you to be professional, unless we know each other that well, where you can break your professionalism and we can still be cool. But nigga, you don't know me. In short, right? Summarily.
You don't know me, like.
Right.
So nah, we good.
We good. Gamers and Made Mike. Mike just jumped in. Captain Mike from Gamers and Made. He said, "Is this a $60 podcast?" It's about the whole No Man's Sky thing. So
not today. And No Man. Did you see somebody is trying to sue No Man's Sky, saying that they use some sort of
the algorithm? Yeah. So
yeah.
So I believe it's a mathematical calculation that they use in order to create the randomized planets?
I don't know, but all I know is somebody getting sued. So
Right. Awaken Heat is $80 Canadian.
Are we gonna see No Man's Sky anytime soon?
Dog, I mean,
or is it gonna be like what's the Silicon Knights game? Yeah, Too Human. Or is it gonna be like Too Human where it comes out and then once the court settles, like the courts be like, yeah, I'm gonna need you to get all those off the shelves.
I need all them copies, dog. I need every last one of them copies. I'm just saying, I need all the copies you got. No, man, it's that to me is crazy because company claims uses patented equation. Without
Game of the Beta just said Sean Murray said it's a bogus claim and it's nothing to worry about. I mean, we were worried about the game before this,
right? I mean,
like that's what I'm saying. We were worried about the game before this, so yeah.
I mean, and I've said it before. The game just doesn't interest me enough to really care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never really cared because it's just what it's offering is not something that I like. Like, I don't like builders in RTS games, but you do.
I don't dig a whole lot of games where I got to make my own fun.
Right. That's
where I have to create my own fun. Because you could say that you're making your own fun in the city builders that I play. Oh man, there's a new one. Dog.
Right. yeah.
It's a new joint. It's a new joint called Project High Rise.
Dude, I saw one
it's like Sim Tower type. It's like, some people say it's like Sim Tower. I never played Sim Tower, but Project High Rise looks like it's pretty dope. I'm all about that. And when it comes out on Steam, I'm gonna take a look. But I might wait for that humble though.
Dude, I thought they mixed up me and your Steam recommendation queue because when I went through the other day, I had like 5 builder games recommended. I'm like, what's going on? This is not Scarfinger, dog. Like, this is not for you, boy.
Yeah, YouTube was like, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on, get on to some of this. You know what? I just got my my PlayStation hook back up today.
Did you now?
So I have not used my PlayStation for like a week, and so I ain't played no Prison Architect in like a week and a half.
Yep.
Feel good? No, it don't. No. I want to play the Prison Architect, and now I want to play Project High Rise, though. I'm really about that life right now. But yeah, I have not played, and I'm jonesing to get back in because I'm doing a prison, and then I'm gonna stream like showing people around what I built because I decided to make one basically using the quick build as much as I can. To show people that you can build something substantial while still using the quick build, which isn't necessarily the best way to do it.
Okay, yeah.
Because a lot of the quick build stuff is a lot smaller than you need, like the canteens and the kitchens and stuff like that. They're a lot smaller than what you actually need for a sizable population. So, right. So I'm just doing stuff like building them next to each other and then knocking down a wall in between them. But I'm still using it.
Right. No, that's good, man. That's good. Like I said, somebody in this world has to play those kind of games, and you are that guy. Like that's
I'm his.
So I appreciate you for being you. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't do it. I can't do it.
When Project High Rise comes out, I'm all about that shit, dog.
I bet you are.
All about it.
All right, so I don't know, Scar. I'm thinking about it. There ain't really much to say. Charles Kinsey happened this week. North Miami.
There ain't really nothing to say. Well, I mean, we do have a lot of people that say that there's supposedly a video doesn't actually show what really happened. So
right.
it's always the justification that the justification is what bothers me. It's like, dog, it doesn't matter. Like this dude got shot. And then they gonna be like, no, we meant to shoot the autistic dude. We didn't mean to shoot him. That makes you like not even just in the moment inept. That makes you completely inept.
Well, Grant, okay. It makes them reactionary out of fear, and it was all because due to the amount of information and the type of information they received. They received the information saying that someone was there threatening to commit suicide with a gun, right? So you have someone with suicidal tendencies, with a gun, right? Active shooter. Well, not necessarily active because they hadn't shot anyone yet, but potential active shooter, right? So that's problematic in many cases. And
correct.
However, if you get there and the man is clearly completely coherent, laying on his back with his arms straight up in the air, which that's a hard position to hold, bro. Like I've had to kind of do that, like working out, like holding your arms up in the air with bar for a minute. That's a tough position to hold for a while. But just like I'm really trying my best to just hear out all of the information. But see, here's the difference from everything that's happened over the past 2.5 years. This guy is still alive. He can still tell his own story.
Yep.
The difference with everyone else is that they can't tell their own story. He can. Secondly, yes, of course, there is no video. And what I heard on the interview that I saw is that the person who was recording, and I believe it's Mr. Kinsey's attorney, said that the person recording just stopped recording because he's like, well, the dude's landing on the back of his hands in there, nothing else gonna happen. So they were there for a while. So he thought the situation kind of went away. Then he heard shots, then turned the phone back on again, and that's why there are 2 separate videos, and that's why the critical moment was missed, right? Because we don't know how much storage that dude had on his SD card. I mean, I don't know.
Didn't the guy who took the video of Alton Sterling, didn't he get, like, they tried to bring him up on charges?
Yeah, well, that's also an issue that's clear.
They tried to get the guy who took the video of Mike Brown. Mm-hmm. The after the fact of Mike Brown. They tried to get him, and they tried to get the guy who was it the guy who shot the dude in the back in South Carolina and then tried to frame him.
Oh yeah.
They tried to come after him. Now he is like the only police officer in all of these that actually like got in trouble, because on the video, like, you don't just have what happened, you have like the conversation with the other police officer about how they were going to cover this up. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, why didn't both of them get in trouble? Because like he was like, yo, this is what's gonna happen, we gonna plant this gun, like we gonna,
right. Well, earlier, I don't know if you saw it. I guess it was right. Like the day after, there was more video, and I think I was watching another video, and they were talking about. No, it was Jelani Cobb's video on Frontline. He was talking about like police in the streets, whatever. And they had a different video of it was a local police department, and they were going in to get someone who had kind of skipped their probation, right? And they're coming up to this house, and they're asking for this person, right? And this person is not the person denying them entry. So keep that in mind. They're just recording. Okay. Because they didn't come, I guess they didn't come up there with a warrant or something, but they were asking this person to come outside. Right. And, but the officer was there with 10 people, 10 cops to get one person. And, it was a response because they had gone in like 2 weeks earlier to do someone who had the same type of situation, but one of their cops got shot in the face and almost died. So again, I understand the mentality, but allowing fear to control decisions that change the climate when you interact with citizens is a bad deal. And
right.
And so what he did, he kept threatening the person who was recording the camera, who was recording this whole incident, saying, hey, you're obstructing justice. I'm not obstructing justice. It's like, I'm not the one denying you entry. It's not my house. I'm just here recording. And it's things like that are problematic, because then they can take and confiscate your stuff, right? And it's like, look, I'm all about authority because, even as just, I'm a law-abiding citizen, but even as a Christian, man, we are told to honor authority. There are actually rules in place for that, and there are directives specifically in the Word about that. But I am not about superlative authority, and I'm not about abusive authority, right? I'm not about people taking advantage of their authority and using it in a way that is not conducive to any situation, or is not a way that is enumerated to them, that is a right specifically given to them, right? So that's problematic for me, and I hate it when we, or even when this conversation happens with a lot of people who you think are rational, but then they hit you with these irrational responses, and you say, okay, man, so that's a double standard. Flip it around. Change the colors in the equation. Change whatever you need to do. Flip it around and tell me if that's still just, right? So again, like I get frustrated, and I try not to, because really at this point, our community is our voice is hoarse from yelling and screaming the same thing. So, but go ahead.
3 things. 1, these things just keep happening.
Right.
And the people with the justifications of it, like, if you're still finding reasons to justify this, is because you don't want to see what's in front of you. What we've been telling you has been there this whole time. Like, there has never been a time, especially since Fuck the Police, that we have not been telling you, like, there's a problem here.
Yeah.
So if you keep not wanting to see it, then it's because you're choosing not to see it. It's not because of any of these excuses that you keep giving.
Right.
I think the fastest way that we're going to be able to get rid of this is going to be to we need to hold people who take that oath to a higher standard. If you abuse your power, or you hurt someone, or you kill someone, and you're in the position of authority, like, that should carry more weight when it's time for you to stand in front of a judge. And you should have to stand in front of a judge. And it's going to take a branch of the FBI or somebody that's above these cops to be the investigators on every time something like this happens. Well, by doing that, of course, you're creating more jobs, and and you're trying to keep us safer. So that's what it's gonna take in order for this to go away. And thirdly, I know that the type of people that I'm speaking to are not the type of people that are here right now. But if you know anyone ignorant, please tell them, stop shooting at the police. Just stop shooting at the police. Like, my whole thing is and always will be, no one has to die for this. Right. And no one has to die for this. No one has to get seriously injured. If by shooting at these cops, you're putting us all in a worse position, because not only if we're, they were already heightened before, what do you think is going to happen now that they're being shot at and they're being killed? They're going to feel, justified by showing an unjust use of force also in retaliation for your ignorance. If we want them to be held accountable for when they mess up, and we want them to do what they took a vow to do. They took an oath to do. We want them to protect and serve. But right now, we don't feel like either is happening for us. But it's going to start. But that needs to start with all of us, and we're going to have to find a way to. Everybody is going to have to find a way to get past their own ignorance. Right.
And I think, but to me, like, and like you mentioned it earlier, man, it's just that, look, even if you don't agree with what we're saying on it, and that's fine, just at least admit that something isn't right, that some equity isn't right. Like, and I listen to a lot of apologetic Christian podcasts, and even this week, they had people on, and we're talking about, the crime rates and how African Americans disproportionately committed a number of crimes based upon the population rate. And yeah, that may be true. But let's look at the factors that contribute to that. But no one wants to look at the factors that contribute to that, right?
No, they just want to use they want to use the counting stats, but no, it's like basketball, right? They want to use the counting stats, but no one is using the advanced matrix.
Right. And I'm just, what can you do? And here's the thing. I guess here's the thing, Mike. I think if you're someone who actually always seeks knowledge, who always seeks to learn something, you as a person in general, you won't be closed-minded in practice. But
no, that's not true, because I know some very knowledgeable people that only seek confirmation of their own biases.
Okay. And that's what I was getting at. Yeah, yeah.
Like they're not in search of like the truth, or they're not in search of like the meaning. They're just in search of the thing that's going to be like, see, I told you.
right.
And that's the problem. I have one of my old coworkers. He's like that. He is staunch conservative, and like he keeps going into this stuff. And when it got really bad, and it looked bad, for like even like from the outside looking in, like when these people are being killed, and you can see these videos all the time. Of course, like every single one of them, he's like, "Look, see, out in Sterling reached for his gun. How they had both of his arms pinned." Like all this stuff. Like they did a freeze frame. They did a freeze frame. Okay. What freeze frame did you see? Because the one I saw that one of them had his knee on his arm and the other one was holding his other arm. Right. When did he reach for a gun? So then, but he's that guy. He that's what he's looking for. But and then, when it got towards like it looked like, okay, maybe something's wrong here, he just went, well, y'all keep killing each other. What about Chicago and all this other stuff? It's like, all right, he's just like, well, y'all not protesting that. So I was like, okay, search Stop the Violence Chicago. See what comes up. Like, and somebody posted that on Facebook. It was like, if you think that no one is doing anything, search Stop the Violence, your town here. Like, fill in the blank of your town. Like, if you think that these things are not happening, it's happening every day, but that's not what's being covered. So then after that happened, then he went straight to the abortions, and blacks are killing each other, and in that manner, and all this, and it's just like, dog, like, we get it, like abortions are a problem, but as long as it's legal, I don't like, he's one of those people that like abortions and all of that other stuff really matter to him, and I was like, well, I guess they matter to me too, but as long as it's legal, I don't have the right to tell you can't. The same way that I don't have the right to tell you that you can't own those 2 assault rifles you got. Right. And we've had your conversation about the same coworker, and honestly, I believe that dude has some closet racial prejudices that he probably needs to confront at some point. Like being completely honest and like no facetiousness in it. Like, I think he really has some racial prejudices he needs to confront. Like, seriously, like, you sit down and just talk to that bro face to face. And we worked together for 3 years. It's just, but luckily I was around for Trayvon Martin, but I had left and I moved to my own site around Mike Brown. Right. Luckily I was not there for Mike Brown. Right. Yeah, because that probably wouldn't have gone well. As I understand it from the person who was there, it didn't go well at all. Right. And Awakened Heathen makes a good point. He says it feels safer staying in your own bias. That's probably why some people don't want to move. Right? Mm-hmm. It just feels safer. It's comfortable. And he also said the laws are in place to keep people safe, not force feed morality. I agree with that to a point, only because the laws there, generally the laws here in our country, in America, specifically derive from actually mostly biblical morality. It actually derives from morality. Yeah, exactly, because thou shalt not kill. So it's written in the law, you can't kill someone. Things like that, right? That's weird. Like the Christians who, the thou shalt not kill, this is supposed to be something that it's supposed to be a part of you. Right. But thou shalt not kill until you see a brother get killed, and then you have to find a reason to justify why thou shalt gotten killed. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Try to use some nows in past tense. Like, that's ridiculous. Hold on. Thou should have killed? I don't know. I don't even know how to use that past tense. But no, you're absolutely right. They find a way. Man, and it's these mental acrobats that happen sometimes when it comes down to it. And I really, 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 really don't understand it. Like,
But here's the thing, you know, America. We talked about it before in the chat. You know, America is just moving away from a firm standard. Every standard that we have in our views and things that are quote unquote important are becoming so fluid that we really aren't standing on anything. So, yeah, and like, Wicked Views made a good point.
I've always said that we don't have to. I don't think going back to the biblical standard is really what's going to help us. I think
I
think we're too far gone.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I think we're too far gone at this point. We're way too far gone. The only thing that can help us right now is a universal acceptance of the golden rule. Like, that's all you really need. Like, if you treat others the way you feel like you should be treated, then all of this goes away. If I treat you on an equal level of how I think you should treat me, and we all did that, all of this goes away.
Right. We would presume it would go away. We would presume it goes away. And
you can't stop the crazies.
Huh?
You can't stop the crazies.
That's true, man. Like I said, anytime there's a system, and we said this at work, I told you, had a lot of good conversations at work. Anytime there's a system available for someone to use, someone is bound to abuse it in some fashion. Doesn't matter what's formulated. So Awaken made a good point. He said murder doesn't do wonders for procreation. And so he's absolutely right. It does not, right? Because, you know, it's one of the, you know, go forth and multiply. Well, you can't do that if you're killing everybody who's supposed to multiply. So, and let's see. He's talking about abortion as well. If abortion is legal, it's for those if illegal, it won't stop the black market. Oh yeah. So he's talking about things moving to the black market. Talking about prohibition and stuff, you know, even if they made certain things illegal, then the activity would still occur. And that's just from the selfishness of people, right? So it still occurred, right? It was illegal to sell alcohol for a while, but it still happened. So yeah, no, I agree with that. I mean, that's going to happen. And what do you do there? Do you
really want to go back to bathtub gin?
Can't do it.
You know, I'd rather go to the ABC store and get what I need.
Right.
That don't taste like foot. Like,
right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Don't taste like a foot. That don't taste like last week's cheddar biscuits.
Right.
And so that's what the Alcoholics and Beverage Commission, ABC.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. It's just
that's around here. It's you can't buy liquor except for in the ABC stores, in the state stores.
Well, that's good. At least they know they're capturing that revenue, right? Which is good.
Yeah, you can buy beer and wine coolers in the store and wine and stuff like that in the stores, but you can't buy that hard.
No. And I understand that completely. Oh man. Look, we were really happy. We had a lot of people come by last week for the housewarming party.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, I've never had so many bottles of wine in my fridge at one time.
Wow.
Like 9 bottles of wine at one time.
Everybody just brought some wine?
Everybody, dog. Everybody came in. Everybody fell through the door, was like, hey, what's going on? Congratulations. Love the house. Here's some wine. It's just like, you know, and it's great though. It's great though. So my wife and I, who, you know, we don't even really get down like that. So we've been gifting it, right? So we've been passing around the fruit cake, so to speak. you know that Christmas fruit cake that everyone does.
Can you say Indian giver?
You not without ruffling. Well, not without being insensitive.
You're a regifter.
Yes, I am a regifter. Exactly. I recycle them bad boys, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I feel it's better for the economy, you know what I'm saying? Or better for the environment. Keep recycling. Less trash, less waste, right? So I did that. But no, man. So what you know what I really want to talk about though, Scar, because we both some nerds. And look, man, San Diego Comic-Con is going on right now. Shout out to my boy Facetious, our boy Facetious Jason. He is out there right now at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, I know a few people are out there. It seems like a good time.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, it's fantastic. It's phenomenal. I am really excited. So many things happened today. Starting off, he says, oh, okay. Starting off, Justice League. You see the Justice League trailer?
You know what? I think both of the DC trailers went over very well, but the Justice League trailer went over because they marveled it. They marveled the shit out of that. They marveled the shit out of that. Like for that trailer, if I didn't know better, this is just me being, it might be me being a fan, but if I didn't know better, I would think Joss Whedon has something to do with that because they Avenger the shit out of that Justice League trailer.
Dude, I have never seen Bruce Wayne / Batman have so much humor. Like, he felt like Tony Stark. He felt like Tony Stark. And I was watching that thing like, oh, man, this is going to be pretty good. Oh, this is going to be a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Okay, I'm down with that.
That's what Batman Superman's was lacking. It lacked humor.
Right.
Everything was so serious from the moment it started. Everything was so serious. And even like emo Superman and all this other stuff, like it just didn't work.
Right.
But this, I think this has it might work.
Dude, it might. Man, I am hyped for it. And here's the funny thing. My son told me about it. He told me about all of the stuff because I was just trying to wait till everything was, available on YouTube so I can go watch it and get in it, right? But he was like, I watched the Justice League one and it wasn't that good. He's like, but the one I really liked was the Wonder Woman one. And I watched the Wonder Woman one and I was like, that's better than the original Captain America. Or it looks better than the original, but not by much. So
no, see, here's my problem with the Wonder Woman. The fight scene looked exactly like the Batman fight scene from Batman Superman's.
Right.
It looked exactly the same.
Let me ask you a question. Is there a particular reason you're saying Superman's? Like Walmart's? Like my grandma used to say, go over to the Walmart?
I said that. I don't know. It was just something that I started saying when we did the Scarcasm Live one. It started saying Batman, Superman's.
Okay.
I have no idea why I started saying it, but I just kept saying it, so I've been saying it.
I hate to call you out on it because I just normally say BVS and keep moving, right? And that's just how I do it. But no, I just wanted people to know that I heard it twice and I picked up on it. So we're not about letting things ride on the show. So.
No, I even named the show or the Scarcasm Live. It's called Batman's Superman's.
Yes, I think I remember. Oh no, I remember. Yes, was that it?
It's called Batman's Superman's.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but no. So you thought that fight scene was right out of BVS then?
It looked exactly the same. It looked exactly the same.
Her fight style looks different though. Like her fight style looks cool.
The look of it just looked the same. It seemed like it was in a similar type building. Like it just looked similar to me.
Well, the thing is, like I said,
I only seen it once though. I only seen the trailer once though, so it might change over time. But it looked just like the Batman fight.
Now you are aware that thing takes place in like the 20s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So to me, I'm wondering about that time frame because
Shout out to Chris Pine. That dude know how to get some work.
Was he in there? Oh, he is. He was in there. That's who that was. I kept thinking that was Leo, man. I kept thinking that was Leo.
Chris Pine know how to get some work on some big budget stuff, dog.
For sure. Hey, he up in that piece, man. He is up in that piece for real. And his character looks like something I'm gonna enjoy. So I think that movie is gonna be pretty well done.
I think both seems like they're headed in a better direction than Batman and Superman's.
Well, yes. Are you tempted?
And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. It comes off better than Batman and Superman.
Are you tempted? I've been tempted this week to rent BVS because my wife hasn't seen it, and it's out on Blu-ray and it has the extended cut and things like that. Are you tempted by any chance to pick that up or go to Cody and see if it's out there?
Well, first of all, Fire Stick, but I ain't. Right. I don't want.
No part.
Now, I would like to see an English version because there's parts of conversations that were in foreign languages, right? And because it was a foreign language version, the subtitles were in a different language, so it's two separate languages that I don't know what's being said.
That's tough.
So, but I mean, I think I understood what was going on there, but that would be the only reason why I would care That's the only reason why I don't care.
Okay.
Also, I heard you could talk to fish.
Right. That was good. That was good.
Surprisingly, when someone said that, before I clicked on the thing, they said that was the best line, and he was like, "No, seriously, it's the best line of the thing." I was like, "Word." But yeah, they marvel the shit out of that, and you know what? If you can't beat them, join them. Like,
hey, that has been everybody's motto for the past few years, dog. Especially when it comes to things like Apple and stuff like that. That's been the motto, dog. But speaking of Marvel, let's get into it. We've been waiting on it, Scar. We've been talking about it in the chat. I've made the prediction. I thought it was coming at E3. It just made it. Marvel Ultimate Alliance Collection Remaster dropping for PS4, Xbox One, and for the first time ever on PC. Dog, I'm looking forward to it. $39 for one game, or for both games, $60. I'm in it.
I don't know about $60. I think I was like I say with all of these collections, I was spoiled by Master Chief Collection. Like, right. you gotta come with something equal level as Master Chief Collection. Master Chief Collection gave me 4 games.
Right, but
you know, it gave me 4 games, a bunch of DLC map packs, and all kinds of stuff. Those kids are going off right now. I don't know if you can hear that.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm probably gonna have to pause and yell at them. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna let them be. Until I told them, you know, this is one of those things. I told them, like, the first time one of y'all complains, so and so hit me, I'm slapping you both.
Crazy,
because if you got hit, then that means you put yourself in a position to be hit.
True.
So it's on both of y'all. But so I'm gonna let them be, because there's gonna be some slapping that's gonna happen.
What's gonna happen? I knew it was coming. I was waiting on it.
I said it, and then I was like, I should keep the round going.
I heard it coming from a mile away. But no, I hear what you're saying, but in its defense, right, the game is going to have some updated graphics, updated UI, which the first one sorely needs some updated graphics. Sorely. Ooh, it is an eyesore to look at, but it's so fun and it's so long. The second one is also really long. So as far as and the co-op, man, the co-op is phenomenal. Couch co-op and online co-op. That's really, really great. And you know, we're about that co-op life. You know that. So I'm looking forward to it, man. Like, I just really can't. I really can't say it more than that. And hopefully all my DLC works and stuff, and or at least I get a code for it from the DLC that I had from the games before. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, that's about it, man. I'm excited about that. So we have a couple of more things though, man. Marvel went off in San Diego Comic-Con. Now you tell me what you want to talk about, and we'll talk about it, because we already at 48 minutes.
No, I only seen those 2 trailers. I don't know much else. I've been kind of busy here, so.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, let's just enlighten people then. So, Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 4. They've had talks. Ghost Rider's going to be in the new season. Ghost Rider. So that's going to be awesome. And the other thing, dude, the Defenders trailer came out today.
Okay.
The Defenders trailer dropped, and it shows everyone, Jessica Jones, it shows Luke Cage, it shows Daredevil, and it also shows Iron Fist, whom the last 2 actually also received their trailers today. Okay. So, man, dude, I'm looking forward to everything Marvel and Netflix got going.
The Luke Cage teaser trailer seemed all right.
It does, man. It seems pretty good, even though you don't like that dude Locke. I know you got a personal issue with that dude Locke. It's good, man. Like, I'm not even a fan of Jessica Jones, so hopefully she's going to be in a series with other characters that I like. Let's go, right? Let's go. But the new Daredevil coming, man. Oh, I'm so ready for that. And they showed the Punisher too in that whole thing. So it's like, man, Netflix and Marvel, man, they got it going, dude. They have it going. So that's what's going on at Comic-Con right now. I'm pretty sure there are more things breaking out all over the place, man. But for me right now, the Ultimate Alliance bundle, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2, man, I'm like that. Like I said, I called it for E3. It's just happened a little later, and I didn't think about Comic-Con it actually being a place where it could where it could happen. But I'm so happy it did. But man, that's all I got, dog. You got anything else? You got any other topics you want to cover or any shout outs?
No, man. I've been busy, so I ain't had the chance to play much. I did finish the season 2 of Powers.
Oh, did you? Oh, I need to get on that, man. God.
Brother. Why is no one talking about Powers, dog? Oh my God, Powers is good.
Yeah, that season was great.
I finally plugged in my PlayStation and stuff back in so I could get back on, so I could finish that last episode. Bruh.
Man.
It's so good. I can't say nothing. I don't want to say nothing because
don't say nothing.
I think everybody, if you have a PlayStation and if you have PlayStation Plus, you need to be on this already. But if you haven't, watch Powers.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome, Scar. You know, because I was trying to get people on this thing last year. I was telling people Powers is really good, and I think it was only me and Vlad's Hammer were the two folks telling folks, look, it's really good. Like it's legitimately great to watch.
Yeah, man. Can you watch it if you got a PS3?
Yes, that's how I watched it.
Okay.
Yep. So I got a question for you, man.
I got an answer.
PS4 Neo or regular PS4, dog? When I go PS4,
get the Neo. Like you might as well get the new hotness. If you're going in, don't get the old one. Get the new model because you want to live with no regrets, because you might get the old one and be like, but that Neo got like some, it got more P's, like,
right? All of the P's.
Like it might do something better. It might do something better, and then you're gonna regret your purchase if you get the old one. So don't regret your purchase. If you can buy one, buy the new one. Wait till it comes out, buy the new one. Like it makes more sense. If you don't have one, it makes more sense to buy the new one and wait for the new one than to try to get on the old one now.
Right, because I'm just thinking, man. Like I'm here, and I actually bought me an SSD. I had to buy me an SSD today because I'm using this old spin up drive, and even though Windows 10 boots up fast, like I'm tired of it. I want it to be faster, and I'm a load up that. I'm gonna pretty much mirror my C drive onto my SSD, and the only one game that I'm loaded onto my SSD is The Witcher 3, and because I play that game all the time, and I'm never uninstalling it. So, but everything else. Gonna rest on my 1 terabyte, 7,200 RPM drive. So, but yeah, man, I'm just I'm looking forward to it. I really want to get into these PS4 games, and I want to play the Uncharted, right? I want to play the Infamous because I'm a huge Infamous fan. People don't know that. I love Infamous.
I never got around to Second Son. I didn't finish the first one, and then so I never bothered with the second one.
The first one is really good, and the second one is really good.
It got a little hard, especially once you get to the part where you start having to deal with that ooze.
Yeah. Well,
it moved above Nepo at that point for me, and I'm like, I played a decent amount of it, but I kind of lost interest.
Man, I would say, dude, if you still have GameFly, don't you?
I still have Infamous. I still have Infamous.
All right, yeah, I would say play that, and I would say, man, at some point. If you're interested in the Second Son, let me know, man. I might have that sent your direction. But yeah, man, like Infamous is really good. It's really good. It's a really good, and the people who make that are making that new Spider-Man game. So you should probably get a feel of what that Infamous feels like to see why so many people are excited about what that Spider-Man is going to be.
I don't care about no Spider-Man.
If Facetious was here, he'd be like that menace.
What would I look like? I care about Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man is for the children.
Right. Now again, man, like I'm still baffled as to why this Spider-Man is not the Miles Spider-Man. He's not the Miles Morales Spider-Man.
Because they don't like the Miles Morales Spider-Man. I mean, Stan Lee already spoke out on it. Like, yo, dog, why don't y'all get your own shit? Stop changing mine.
Right, man. I just want to know if it's, why can't they put him on the game? It's Peter Parker again, and that's fine, man, and that's fine. But my question is, like, Marvel has been making initiatives and efforts for a while Falcon was Captain America, right? The new Miss Marvel is actually a Muslim teenage girl. And then you had Miles Morales before that in the Ultimate Universe.
And the new Iron Man is going to be a 15-year-old black chick.
Really? Oh, I heard about that, but I never really actually read. I saw some articles. I saw the
article. I didn't actually, I ain't read shit.
Right. It's like
I had to move my comic collection, and I got all these boxes, and I was like, man, I don't even think I read half of these.
Man, that's why for me, forward on, man, I have a digital collection of the Black Panther, like the Essentials collection. Man, I love the digital collections, dude, because all I do is throw it on my Kindle, done.
Yeah, that's how I was reading like The Walking Dead and stuff like that. I was reading it digitally. No.
Oh, did you see? Oh, they also at Comic-Con they also announced season 7 of The Walking Dead, and they did like it was like a recap trailer from every major moment from like The Walking Dead, and like going all the way back to the very very beginning, like when Rick got out, things like that. Man,
I didn't finish the last season. I could not figure out where I left off.
Man, like I said, I left off like on the one that's on Netflix. The very last season that was on Netflix was season 4 or something. Anyway, where they had that big hospital in the middle of town, and they had the dude on from Let It Shine, the black dude on there. And anyway, that was the season I left off at, and I didn't even finish that season. I was like, you know what, this is dumb. I'm out, and I just dropped it, dude. And it's still in my queue. I mean, it's still on my Netflix watch list or whatnot. But I was just like, I'm done. I'm done. Like, I hate these characters. I hate the world. I really don't like the arcs that they do. They kill off every black person in the show. I'm done. So, yeah, it was mad frustrating, man. Absolutely mad frustrating.
I understand, but I read the comic first, so it's been interesting to see how they differ and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man. One last thing. I was talking to you about the trailer for which comic, and I put it in the chat for American Gods.
Yeah, you were talking about that. Now I still haven't watched that thing, man. I need to watch it, huh?
Check that out. It's so good. Like the book is pretty darn good.
They said I was looking at some Comic-Con stuff. Some Comic-Con articles, and they said that trailer killed at Comic-Con. They said that people,
it was really good. Like the trailer is a good representation of it. Like I saw something close to what my mental picture was.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good then. That's good. Anytime you do that. Oh, I do kind of like that dude that they have as well. Yeah, so I'm looking at it now. So, but that's cool though. So that's the one where they're it's like different gods. Is that the one where you're talking about different god names and stuff like that?
Yeah. So
that's cool, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Now is that an actual show? That's not a movie, right? Or is a movie?
No, it's going to be a show.
Okay, that's cool.
You can't cram all of that. You can't cram all of that into just a movie. It would have to be a series if it was a movie.
Really? Okay. And are you familiar with Legion?
I've heard of Legion, but I don't know anything about it.
Okay, so it appears that FX and Marvel got a deal going on with Legion. It's original series. It takes the tact of tries to tackle mental illness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I guess I don't know if he's a mutant or not. But it looks like it has the same. The O looks like the X from X-Men. You know how it had the X with the circle. It looks like that. And yeah, while the X-Men comics, come with various metaphors being a movie. Yeah, so it looks like it's Legion. Remember Legion? Is Legion Professor X's son? I don't know. I can't even remember who it is now. I feel bad now. I feel real bad.
It's possible.
But anyway, like I said, man, Marvel is knocking it out of the park, dude. Like I am so happy. But again, DC utterly surprised me. They had more stuff. They had more stuff about the Batman, the Killing Joke stuff, because that movie is coming out. The animated movie.
It's animated.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to it, man, because it has Kevin Conroy, it has Mark Hamill in it. So let's go. Like that's all I needed to know. Let's go. I don't need to know anything else. So, but everybody, thank you so much. I mean, that's it. That's all I have. I want to thank Awakened Heathen and Mike from Gamers and Beta. Maybe it was Mike. Maybe it was Maniac. Jay. But thanks for dropping in. We appreciate it. Scarfinger, you have any shout outs or anything, man?
Man, just shout out to everybody who's listening, everybody that's hit your boy up over the past week or so. Thank y'all. It's been rough, and I'm still adjusting, but I think I'm gonna be all right.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Yeah, man. Looking forward to hearing some more good news.
Shout out to the homie Neef and his family. They went back on the vacation. They at the beach and stuff like that. And the last time they were at the beach,
right?
Mace was with them, and it's been probably a up and down thing where, you know, on one end, you know, you're trying to enjoy some time with your family, but then on the other end, you're remembering the last time your family was there. Right. So it has to be a little rough. Yeah,
definitely, man. Prayers go out to you, Jay, and yeah, man. You know, you got brothers who you know, praying for you. And let's see. As far as other shout outs, man, no, just, you know, shout outs to Jason. I wish he could have made it on tonight, but I didn't want to bother him because I know he's doing a lot more interesting stuff than listen to us talk. But hopefully he'll have a full on report at some point to give somewhere so we can hear what's going on with him and what's going on, what he saw out there. And yeah, man, you know, hey, these comics, the stuff that we grew up loving is now becoming popular. It's not just popular, but I mean popular culture is becoming part of the American paradigm, so to speak. So I absolutely love it, and I'm excited for it. So also, again, by Wednesday, I hope to have a full-on, whole new, really nice artwork with a banner. So next time we're coming in front of you, it'll be better looking. We'll have the banner, it'll be all of that, and we'll still be using. You can still tune into us live on YouTube, but the way we get to that will probably change. But it may not, just depending on how busy everyone is. But everybody, thank you so much for listening and watching Facetious number 32. We appreciate it. And if you are not of African American descent, please don't call an African American a boy. It is problematic in every sense of the word. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching.
Peace out.
Peace out.